So Shay, I've got this product, I've got this service, how do I price it? And I find this a really interesting question, because even before you get onto the subject of actual price points and a monetary value, there's a lot of strategy that you need to consider beforehand, and I call that the strategy of choice. So for example, if you've only got one price point, so when you go into a negotiation or into a meeting with a prospect, you've only got a 50-50 chance of getting the sale from a choice perspective. So they'll either buy or they won't buy on one price point. So this is where the strategy of choice comes in on multiple levels, because first of all, that price point may not suit their needs. That's the first and foremost thing. So you got to give multiple options, right? So with that, I like to talk about maybe 2 to 3 options, right? 3 is optimal, but not always feasible in terms of what you do, because in terms of a price point or price points, you've got 4 options, therefore only 25% chance of not getting the sale from a choice perspective. Now, there's obviously lots of other variables to consider, but you're opening up the choice. Number 1, you may have a price point or service value proposal or package that can suit their needs. That's number 1. So you're opening up that choice, but you don't want to give them too much choice. It's like going into a restaurant. I always love when there's only about 5 main courses on it, because it makes it very simple. Well, it's not that, it's not that. So process of elimination, I'm going for this. And I usually enjoy it then, okay? But if you have lots, maybe 20 options on a main course, there's probably 5 that you go, I'd like that, but I'm not sure, maybe that could be nicer. And then you may have a thought at the end of it, you know what, that was okay, but I have a feeling that would have been nicer, and you're not fully satisfied. So you've overcomplicated things for your customer, because he's maybe I should have went for that. So keep it tight, but I always find 3 works best in an ideal scenario, because you want to point them at 1, always, okay? So with that, you could use 2 as decoys, and usually that's the one at the bottom and one at the top to push people for the one in the middle. Or you could be the decoy is the number 1 and the 2, and you want them to go for the obnoxious one at the top. But mostly it's for the one in the middle, because even when you do this 3-point strategy, you know, people will still buy the other 2, and it can be up to 20% on one side and 20% on the other side. So normally it's 60 to 80% will buy the one you push them towards. You know, like cinemas are great with this with their popcorn. Like they'll have the small popcorn, which is really expensive. Then they'll have the obnoxious popcorn, which is just way too big. But concerned in terms of value, it's still much better value. But then you have the one in the middle, which seems to be the right amount plus the right price point. And that's what they want you to go for. They're decoys. But hey, people still buy because that's what humans do. So it's really important to get this right in terms of your strategy, because not even that, it's so important to have options to find a solution or a package that can suit your client's needs best. So it's about creating the best fit for the best problem for the best customer's requirements, and that's not always about having one price point. And these are the considerations you need to think deeply about before you even get onto the strategy of actual monetary figures. I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions like this, again, please get in touch. I love answering them. And in the meantime, this is Shailene saying, have a great day.